Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything, all right? If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And 10 of Cups, that is pure satisfaction. This is a dream life. This is a life fulfilled. And this is what we want. We want to feel satisfied. We want to feel like we're doing something. We want to feel that we are of value. We want to feel that we are making a mark, that we're expressing ourselves, manifesting what is within us, our essence, right? And that's satisfaction. That's a life full of meaning. That's a life with purpose. Yeah, this is very good. This is a dream come true. This is a picture-perfect life. Let's see what's going on here, right? Let's put some more cards out. Sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes the 10 of Cups is talking about a situation that was absolutely amazing, perfect. The best party you've ever been to. And it's eventually going to be time to go home. No one wants to go home. When you're really enjoying the party, you don't want to go home. You don't want to leave, right? So let's see what's going on here. We've got now a Queen of Pentacles. It gives me some ideas. Seven of Wands, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. We're going to get the Ace of Cups. Ooh, a 9 of Pentacles. Very nice. What I kind of feel like right here, that this is kind of, it feels like a party, right? We've got the 3 of Cups. That is abundance. That is celebration. This is the party that you really don't want to leave. But here the Queen of Pentacles is looking back at this party. Is this a little bit of nostalgia for that best day of your, like looking back at that very best party that you were at, that very best, that peak experience of your life, looking back at that, just that best relationship you ever had, right? Kind of feel like we're looking back at that best thing, that amazing party that we didn't want to leave, but eventually we had to. And I wonder if there's even a feeling that, God, I'm never going to have that feeling again. I'm never going to experience something that good again, right? But look what you have right above you, 2 of Cups, love. Love is right here. Love is what you want. You want that experience of connect. This 3 and 10 of Cups, this was the absolute best time of your life, okay? And I think maybe there's a kind of a blockage here. Part of this obstacle, I think, is feeling like we can never have something this good ever again, right? But I bet Spirit's got a surprise for you, right? We got that 9 of Pentacles there in the future position. And of course, we've got your Power card. Wow, that's the Lust or Strength card in your general energy. Now, yeah, maybe this was the best thing, the best time of your life, that peak experience, the best party that you'd ever been to. You didn't want to leave, but you knew you had to. Life goes on. Here now, you're not looking back at this and thinking, I'll never have that again. No, you're looking back and thinking, how do I create that again? How do I make that happen again? See, you're looking for a way. What was the recipe of this just most wonderful party, right? Now you're doing it again. Now you're creating that. The Lust or Strength card is you literally like reaching down from the sky, reaching into space, into spirit, and manifesting this love, this excitement, this whatever this exactly is for you. It's going to be different for different people, obviously. But it's well within your abilities, your power to manifest something greater than this, right? And you're thinking, well, what could have been greater than that? Well, you'll have to tell me, right? There's the Two of Swords. There's the Two of Wands. Are we going to get another? We're going to get a Two of Pentacles here? Maybe we got two, two, two. Change, transformation. We've got the Moon. Ah. The Moon is your fearlessness, right? Sometimes the Moon is a lot of fear because we're going into something unknown. We're moving forward into a future that is dark. And you know, sometimes when you're like me right now, I'm in the studio, right? I got these lights shining on my face. I can't really see what's out there because it's too bright right here. It's like you're camping, you got that campfire. It's too bright around the campfire that you can't see what's beyond the fire. So we stay close to the fire. Well, what if you're the fire? Right? What if you're the spirit? What if you are the light? Then anywhere you go is going to be just as bright. It's like if I had these studio lights attached to my head everywhere I went. I'd, maybe be limited to just seeing what's right here in this kind of 6 foot, whatever, radius. But I would be illuminating every step of the way. Every step forward would be just as bright. Everything would be just as clear, right? And I kind of feel that's your approach to this moon energy. Every step you take, you are illuminating the future. You are bringing the light into that darkness. And I think in a very real way, too. This is like, this is you thinking, well, it's exactly what we just did, right? Saying, well, this Queen of Pentacles is looking at this past experience and thinking, I'll never get anything like that again. This was the absolute best time of my life. Nah, Moon card, the future is not going to be that good. But now you're bringing the light. See, there's that little beetle with that solar disk, and you are now bringing the light. You are realizing that you are that solar beast here, this lust or strength card. Your superpower, right, is to be the light. And now this is not a scary future. Now it's saying, I'm going to bring the party, right? It's not going to be a disappointing future because I'm going to go forward into that future and make it something. And you have such aspirations. You got that Two of Cups above everything. The Two of Cups up here is your aspiration. It's kind of like this was the best party that we'd ever thrown. And then this is thinking, how can I make it better? Right? Reminds me of Parks and Rec with the party of the century, right? Or is that what they called it? I can't remember now. Reminds me of that movie with Kid and Play, the house party movies, right? We got to throw the best party that the world has ever seen. Yeah. And I don't know that it's actually a party, but I feel like it is you planning to have a peak experience in your life better than that. That was amazing. Nothing could ever top that until it does, right? So I don't know what exactly this is. We're going to look at it a little bit more deeply. We're going to select the mystery card, the bonus card, the confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we'll just do this one. We're going to put Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates, right there on top. Anybody knows who Kevin is or who Mr. Bates is gets a cookie. We're not going to look at that card, though, until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction below in the comments. All right. We can do it together. We can make it a group exercise of intuition, and that, to me, feels like it's always a good idea. Yeah. It doesn't hurt to try. Let's look at these. Well, we see the major arcana. We see the Lust card and the Moon card. That's what it's all about. It's about you realizing that you have all the power within you to create the future that you want. The Moon card, yeah, it's nightmare. It's scary. It's an abyss. It's blackness, darkness. It is uncertainty. It is a future that we cannot see until we go. We're not going to know until we go, right? So the whole reading really is about these two major arcana energies. This infinite creative light of this lust card going into this future, this uncertain future. So it really is the difference, and we see a lot of twos, right? And all the twos talk about changes, the choice. Are we going to go this direction or that direction? And this is really between, it's up to the Queen of Pentacles here. Are we looking at this in a kind of disappointed nostalgia, thinking it's never going to get that good again? Or are we looking at this and thinking, I can't wait to create something better than that? Right? It's just a matter of perspective. We're looking at all of this for a reason, but the Queen of Pentacles has to turn itself around, kind of having some high hopes for the mystery card there. Maybe it's going to be, I want it to be a knight. If it's a Knight of Wands, that would be great. That'd be another pretty powerful card. But I want it to be a knight to kind of go with this queen, because the knights are always kind of looking forward, whereas the queen is kind of looking at the past. Okay, the Three of Cups, I think it really was like that peak experience in your life. It was that either the greatest relationship, the greatest friendship, the greatest, the greatest love that you'd ever had, whatever it might be. It could be a really good friend. I feel like you understand the process of creation on the emotional plane. You know what makes these experiences so good. You have to realize that you know that you understand that you know that. And you have to realize that you still have this potential. This potential is always there. This is the potential. This is the idea. This is the understanding. This is all the energy behind a situation. The 10 is that situation fully manifested, fully completed. To the time where now, okay, it's midnight, time to go home. We're going to turn into a pumpkin. But the Three of Cups is always behind that. Okay? And looking at what's in front of you, if you would turn around, you would see that there is action, opportunity. A Nine of Pentacles is all about the movement of energy. Okay? The movement of literally like physical stuff. Putting something together. Living a life. Making moves in the physical, material, mechanical world. So if we're reminiscing about the past, we're not really building a future. Now, maybe it's important for you to reminisce a little bit, to feel that feeling, feel what it is you want to create again. And maybe this is a romantic thing. Maybe this is something creative. Maybe this is like that business, be like, wow, I really had that great thing going, and then that was the best day of my life kind of thing. Well, we can create the next best day of your life, but we have to turn around and say, okay, what did I learn about the past? And that's the secret of the Queen of Pentacles, always learning from what we had in the past, not just getting kind of emotional that this was so good and I don't have it right now because it was a party that ended and, I went home. But taking the information, taking the experience, and distilling it into wisdom, functional knowledge and wisdom about this past, about this event, about this peak experience, whatever this really satisfying period of time, or maybe it was one particular day, one particular relationship, or whatever it was, right? Whatever it was. And translating all of that into what we're building now, what the future is going to be like for us. We can construct, we have the Moon card and the Nine of Pentacles. We can basically make this whatever we want it to be. Right now it feels dark. We know that we are the light, and we're bringing our energy and our will and our consciousness, our creativity into this future. And thereby, see, if we look at these cards kind of in this triangulation, we know that these two cards together allow us to create, in a very practical, material, mechanical way, create the circumstances of life that we want, and then the water energy can fill this. We have to, kind of like, again, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If we create the room in our lives, then we can fill that with whatever we want. If we create the space, we create the vessel, we can fill it with this love, with this water, with this peak experience, this euphoria, this bliss, right? You gotta have the container first, So we have those two major arcana cards. We have fire, right? The fire kind of says, I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try. And the Two of Wands really is over here saying, I can and I'm going to. It's kind of a change of attitude here, right? There's confidence in the Seven of Wands, but this is saying it's a big obstacle that I have to overcome. And then over here, it just seems like we're just saying there's no obstacle. Or the obstacle is just now so minor, so small that it's like nothing. We just walk right past it and we barely notice it, The water energy, I think, is really where it's at. There is this love, there is this abundance, there is this satisfaction. We want this again. We're aspiring to this true love. And now the Two of Cups sometimes talks about the union, the romantic union, spiritual union, the tight emotional bond, the intimacy between individuals, one and one, right? It's Two of Cups. So it could be that. It really could be that. Spirit's showing me a lot of stickers on your, I guess it's a mirror that you have, I don't know, maybe in a bathroom mirror or in your room or something, but there's a lot of like stickers or something on it. I don't know what that's about. Spirit's showing me that. The Two of Cups could be romance. Doesn't have to be. Okay? We look at this card and we realize that we desire, right? We desire connection, intimacy. We desire this reciprocating experience of really being loved and accepted. It's a two-way street. And now this doesn't have to be with a person. It could be with an idea. It could be with a way of life. It could be with creating that party, right? Where it's just, we're really vibing with something, right? So it could be a situation. It could be, whatever these peak experiences are. But we're looking at it, I think, as a mirror of ourselves. We think of the Two of Cups again. It's the same cup, right? It's a mirror. It's a mirror image of the other, So I feel like this is really something that is a deep spiritual longing for you, a deep spiritual desire for you. Yeah. Spirit's also telling me something about a wine tasting event or something, and I don't know if that was part of this or if it's something kind of remotely connected to this, but something about a wine tasting adventure that you went on, right? I don't know where, but it was strange, fun. I don't. There's something odd about it. Yeah. The Ten of Cups, of course, is that culmination of that time of your life, that period of time, but also the time of your life, right? It's again, it's the kind of, it's that the party that now has kind of reached its just greatest moment, its crescendo, and then it's time to go home, and we figure out what to do with that. For one thing, I think there's this kind of afterglow when you have that peak, that crescendo experience. Let's say it's the best party that you ever were at or through or whatever attended. It's that peak experience of your life. It's not just, okay, lights are out, I drive home, I forget all about it. No, that feeling stays with you for days. I used to get that experience going to shows, concerts, and seeing, my favorite band and just all the people and just the volume of energy in the room. And that would be a feeling that would stay with you on the drive home. It would stay with you the next day. And it might even inspire you to do something in your life, something different, to some way kind of hang on to that feeling and make more of those moments, right? Yes, it maybe inspires you to go to more shows, but maybe it inspires you to do something creative like that too. What was it about? And this is where the Queen of Pentacles has to assess the situation. What was it about that experience that really spoke to you? Because that's what we're getting at. That's what the Two of Cups is, and the process of realizing that is the Three of Cups. So what was it about this experience that really had the impact on you? Was it all of the people? Was it just the kind of the connection that you felt with certain people? For going to a concert, was it the idea of just kind of everybody being in the same room in this big arena, watching people perform? Was it the people performing, right? Was it just the intensity? Was it just the sheer amount of people that were there in attendance? We learn what it was. We try to break it down to its simplest qualities, and that's what we try to then create the vessel for in our own lives. Maybe you want to be on stage, playing the drums in front of 20,000 people or whatever. That's then what we have to even break it down simpler than that. What is it about that really speaks to you? There's something about that kind of a performance, and the Ten of Cups really could be anything. It could be that peak experience. It could be that best relationship. You had that absolute love of your life, whenever back in the day. What was it about that relationship that made it so special? Break it down to its simplest things. We go 10. Let's work backwards, right? 10, 3, 2. Get as simple as we can with it. Ones and zeros. Break it down to a binary language. What was it about this 10 that was so special, that made it so impactful? That's what we're going to work to create in our future again. Okay? And I feel like this is a major turning point. We have these twos. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is doing this work now. And the good news really is that you can create more and more of these crescendos as often as you like. You have the power. Your superpower is right here. And this is passion and courage. This is lust. This is a vibrant life full of, my favorite word, zest, right? We have to make the transition from this kind of seeing it as a challenge to maybe seeing it as a creative opportunity. All right. Now, I say we go over to the Path of the Serpent. We explore these cards a little bit. And, of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free, costs you nothing. It's good for the channel. It's a win-win situation, right? I appreciate you. Your superpower card, the Lust or Strength card. This is the Leo card. And this is you reaching up into spirit, into the universe, into the heavens, and pulling down what you need. It's you finding your star out in space and reaching up, plucking it down, and saying, I'm going to make a necklace out of it or whatever. Think of the stature that you would have to have, right? How large your spiritual body would have to be for you to make a necklace out of the stars in the sky, to make a crown out of the stars in the sky, right? Leo, you're the lion. This is your superpower. And there's not a problem, but there's a caution there. We don't want to live our life like we are, light years in size, right? But at the same time, we want to believe that about ourselves. We need to do that. And I think this is the transition. And I think the good news here is that you have all of this power within you, that you are light years across and light years tall. And you can make a crown out of the stars in the sky. At the same time, we have to realize that we are just one human being among many. And, there's nothing all that special about any one of us, right? At the same time, we are light years in size, and we can do magic. Yeah. And it's important to, I think, have that balance. And we've got the twos. We've got that balance. We're not saying, I don't know if I can. There's a lot of challenges. There's a big obstacle in my way. We're going from that to saying, no, there's no obstacle larger than me. There's nothing here that I cannot overcome. Okay? And it is important that we have balance because we don't want to get too invincible, right? We need to keep both perspectives. The large, the macrocosmic, and the small, and the microcosmic perspectives. Okay? And the twos are really important. I think the Two of Swords in your environment, it's kind of the, well, I was going to say the lack of thought here, but that sounds rude. We don't see any other air energy, right? We've got our fire, we've got our water, got a little bit of air, and of course we have our earth energy. So the air it's kind of, this is more intuitive. This is more really being connected now directly with the lunar energy. We see the card here. It shows the Two Swords, but above that is the crescent moon. There's a connection with the lunar energy. There's a connection with that spiritual, intuitive, psychic energy that transcends our mind, our thoughts, our intellect, our reasoning, our kind of back and forth. Maybe yeah, maybe no, don't know. It's like doubt, it's confusion, it's self-criticism. It's also the criticism of others. It's also the difficult time I think we have expressing this to other people in our lives. Yeah. I feel that you have a lot of people around you, but not that one person that really is going to understand what we're talking about here. Maybe that's what we're in search of. Somebody that understands us, that can resonate with us and harmonize with us on that really, really deep, spiritual, intimate level. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay? Put your pitchforks away, right? Not everything is romantic, right? Not everything is that kind of a love relationship. But I think in some ways we're looking for that quality relationship, that intimacy, where people understand what we mean when we talk about these things, because they've done the work, because they've felt them too. And maybe the Two of Swords is saying that we have to maybe think about learning a new language, right? Learning a new way of communicating the uncommunicable. Learning to communicate about subjects that transcend thought and communication. How do we talk about all of this water energy? I'm trying, and you could see I'm not doing a very good job. So, maybe this is something it is beyond words, beyond language. Maybe we're learning a different love language. We've all heard that kind of phrase before. But let's figure out what it really means. Yeah. What is the way that we can communicate on that deep level that's kind of beyond words? Okay. And I think that is one aspect of the path for us, the part that's joining together your superpower card, right? The lust card and the moon card. What's joining these two together, of course, is the thought and the will, the creative will, the power, the decision-making, the confidence, right? And with the two, it's kind of like the way we get to our future, to this goal, to creating and manifesting this kind of life that we want, is not by explaining it to anybody, not even maybe to ourselves. Maybe we don't know how to put any of this into words. I'm also, Spirit's telling me with the Two of Swords, telling me that you tried to communicate something like this to somebody, or I don't know if it was this, but there was some miscommunication recently where you were trying to explain something and it really came out like the wrong way. I don't know if there was some kind of sexual innuendo, or if it was just awkward, or if you just kind of didn't make a lot of sense or something. It was kind of, it came out kind of silly or something like that. Some kind of a miscommunication. And I feel that you're It's just like, okay, I'm not going to try to explain that again, right? Something like that. Spirit's showing me that. And that's all wrapped up in the Two of Swords here. The Two of Wands, however, is this idea that we have to be singular. We have to have that confidence that that we know what we're looking to manifest. So we have to get to the bottom of this. So in a way, we need this mystery card to be an ace of something. Because we have, we got the 10, we got the 3, we break it down to a 2. Then we got the 2, we got the 2. Okay, where's the next step? Where's that aha moment? Where is the realization of that one thing, that we're trying to be, that thing that we're trying to do, that thing that we're trying to manifest? What is going to take this 9, add to it, make it the 10, make it that peak experience, that crescendo again? Yeah. So I feel like that's the work for you right now, is finding out exactly what it is that we want in a very fundamental way. Yeah, very fundamental way. I feel that there's travel coming in the future. I don't know if you're planning some sort of travel now, but you will be very soon. I think in the next couple months, there's going to be an opportunity for you to travel. Spirit's saying that you should take that opportunity, if you can, and do that travel. Go to that place. Feels like it might be kind of a more longer distance traveling, not just like driving to the store. But maybe international, but it feels like it's going to be quite a long distance kind of thing. Maybe a vacation, maybe to visit somebody, maybe a financial business job opportunity, not sure. Okay? Could be actually work related or business related or something like that might have a kind of added benefit to it, right? It might lead you a little bit closer to what you're looking for here. Right now, let's look at that mystery card. I would like to see an ace. Whatever it is, we'll accept and try to interpret the message from Spirit. I'm getting a T name in your life too. I don't know, I'm hearing a T sound. I don't know who that is or what that's about. I want you to put your prediction for the mystery card down in the comments. Now's your chance. Okay? I'm just going to say an ace. Now let's see what we have. It's not an ace, it's a 4. We're getting stuck somewhere. We're getting stuck in some detail. It's almost like we don't want to let go. We don't want to let go of this feeling, or not even the feeling really, but we don't want to let go of the details, the images. So I feel like in your mind, you're re-experiencing this crescendo, this party, this relationship, whatever that 10 of Cups is. You keep thinking about the details, and those details, and maybe this is the key. We keep thinking about the details. Put yourself back there mentally. Remember the details. Remember the interactions. How did that feel? Maybe that's where we find the ace. That Ace of Cups really is what we're looking for. Maybe by going through this situation again, and that's perhaps the work of the Queen of Pentacles too. But we don't want to live there. We don't want to cling so tightly to those details that remains the peak experience of our life, right? We're looking for something. We may be dreaming about this. We may be closing our eyes and visualizing it. Visualize those moments in that situation that gave you that feeling that we're after. And that's what we're looking for. We can let go of the memories. We can let go of the experience. We've found that Ace of Cups that we're looking for. We don't want to live there. We don't want to cling to that, because then that's going to remain that peak experience of the past that we're always going to think about and always going to relive it and feel that feeling. Okay? We want to create that feeling now in the future, tomorrow, today, right now, again and again and again. Doing new things, making progress, moving forward, right? Not living in that memory. Clinging to that, clinging to those details, because that's where we had that feeling, right? Let's make new memories. All right? Let's make new ones. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to check it out, there's a link above. There's a link below. Okay? New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'm here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. We can talk again. We can talk about other stuff. All right. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. If you haven't checked out my wife's channel, go check her tea leaf readings out. She's over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. That's ULA Tea Leaf Readings. Marvelous work. You will definitely find something of value over there. I guarantee it. All right. Leo, I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you. And we're all in this together.